starts here. Welcome into Game 1 in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. We're ready for tip-off, and these fans are as well. It's their home team taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Hi, everyone. Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Clippers coming into play. They're rested. They're ready to go. And they'll have home court advantage to begin here in Games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going to length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
Cauley Stein. To Porzingis. Has a look. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
J.J. Barea at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw up and good. A 3-point play right at the start, and it's 3-0. Leonard to Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. Not going down for him this time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Doesn't get the bounce. Doncic. Nothing going here on that drive. To Luka Doncic. Five on the shot clock for the Mavs. 4-3. Luka Doncic, marked man, shot altered and no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball, let him prove that it wasn't the D, it was more in his own head.
Paul George sends it away. Redick. Cauley Stein powers it through. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Beverly to Leonard. Beyond the arc for 3. Off the mark. No good. Here's Barea. Leads 5. Doncic. Here comes the screen. Gets it in the right corner. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. Redick. His first effort off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack it to the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way. Patrick Beverly has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Doncic. To Porzingis. Here comes the screen. Short jumper off the mark. Beverly into the front court. They're down 3. To Leonard. Fires the 3. Rebound taken down by Porzingis. Here's Barea. He'll run the offense. From the painted area, won't go down.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Redick with it. Up by 3. Doncic. Here comes the screen. Barea matched up with Paul George. To Redick. Dallas with 4 to shoot. Porzingis. Redick. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Knocks down the first. Second and 3. Got it. Hits all 3 free throws. To Luke Kennard. Leonard to Luke Kennard. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Pick that chin up. This is a game of runs. They were on one. Now you might be on one.
Short jumper misses. Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 4. Josh Richardson. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Now a whistle. Dallas will use the timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Lee. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Shot from the lane won't go. The follow won't go either. Trying to cash in. A shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Kawhi Leonard. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Dallas has it. To Lee. Here comes the screen. Deep 2 there. Won't go. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Leonard to Marcus Morris. To Leonard. Fires the 3. That no good. Off the mark. Here's Barea. It's 12-10. To Lee. Down low, Cauley Stein. Flushes it home. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and 1. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Kawhi Leonard. 4 out of 10.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Richardson. Down to Cauley Stein. Can't connect from in close. Into the front court comes Rondo. It's 14-12. Pass stolen by the Mavericks. Richardson. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. To Luke Kennard. The drive right to the basket. Short jumper won't go down. Here's Barea. Leads a bucket. To Lee. Screen coming. Five on the shot clock for the Mavs. Josh Richardson. That's how you defend.
Shoot or shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Kennard to Leonard. Rebound cleared by Dallas. Here's Barea. The lead is 2. Cauley Stein to Porzingis. Richardson. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. He misses. It's LA Clippers ball. Kennard to Leonard. Count the basket at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. You need to do more than. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
The Mavericks signal for timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Brunson to Lee. Richardson. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. Rondo with the basketball. The score, 14-all. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Short jumper won't fall. Dallas with the possession. And count the basket.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Nothing going here on that drive. Rondo. That's off the side of the rim, no good. The follow won't go either. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
From the outside, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Can't connect.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Trey Burke. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. Scoreboard
The
says
2021 NBA Playoffs one-round games and highlights will be coming up next on Devin Smith Showtime Sports in America.
A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To George. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. George, so the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To Brunson. Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Clippers have the basketball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Paul George trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he misses that one free throw. Brunson to Luka Doncic.
The 2021 NBA Playoffs one-round Game 1 matchup coming up next on Devin Smith Showtime Sports in America. 7 Boston Celtics 2 Brooklyn Nets.
To the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Brunson to Luka Doncic. to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Doncic. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
It's PG for two. No good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Doncic. Has a look. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. Trey Burke, tough matchup against George. Not that time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Paul George.
The 2021 NBA Playoffs one-round Game 1 matchup coming up next on Devin Smith Showtime Sports in America. 6 Portland Trail Blazers 3 Denver.
To Luka Doncic. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Luka Doncic, marked man. Shot altered and no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Now a whistle. Dallas will use the timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Drive here, but the shot stays out. Beverly into the front court. His team up by 7. Kristaps Porzingis with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Leonard to Beverly. Serge Ibaka. He's 2 for 2 now.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Mavericks with the
The
basketball.
2021 NBA Playoffs one-round Game 1 matchup coming up next on Devin Smith
you gotta
Showtime
get
Sports
that
in
one to
America.
go.
8 Washington Wizards 1 Philadelphia.
George to Marcus Morris. Can't miss those. Here's Barea. 9-point margin. Doncic to Redick. Doncic to Redick. Porzingis. No good. That's great defense. Leonard to Marcus Morris. Leonard. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. Redick with it. His team down 9. Barea shot. No good. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Paul George. Knocks it down from mid-range. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Kawhi Leonard swats it. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. On the shot clock for the Mavs. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Here's Barea. Down 11. Porzingis to Redick. Nothing going here on that drive. To Leonard. LA with 4 to shoot. George, tough shot. He hits.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Trying to cash in. Not that time. Beverly into the front court. They lead it by 14. From the painted area, won't go down. Doncic to Porzingis. Dallas with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Cleared by Ibaka. Beverly into the front court. His guys leading by 14. Can't connect from in close. Cauley-Stein knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Strong finish for Paul George. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Redick. Here comes the screen. To Redick. Porzingis. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. The shot almost. Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. The Mavericks signal for timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. To Richardson. Five on the shot clock for the Mavs. Redick. Jumper's good.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
It's the Clippers with the possession now to George. Terrific vision. Slams it down. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Here comes the screen. Barea matched up with Paul George. To Richardson. Serge Ibaka rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Beverly into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Leonard. To Paul George. Leonard. That's off the side of the rim, short. Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Beverly to Leonard. To Marcus Morris. Here comes the screen. Beverly to Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Redick to Porzingis. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. It's going to stay with Dallas. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Dallas with 4 to shoot. Redick. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Screen coming. Paul George to Beverly. Hat-trick Beverly. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Clippers certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Mavericks may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game travel. Field goals.
The Los Angeles Clippers certainly deserve credit for their effective shooting, and that advantage is because of their defense. They've been great on both sides of the ball, but yes, their scoring has been tremendous.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
George, down low for Leonard. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Cauley Stein. Here comes the screen. To Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Beverly to George. Leonard to Ibaka. Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Doncic to Porzingis. Cauley Stein to Redick. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. That's no good. Leonard to Beverly. Has a look. Beverly's shot no good. The follow won't go either. Here's Barea. His guys down big. To Luka Doncic. Cauley Stein powers it through.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Leonard to Ibaka. Paul George to Leonard. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Porzingis. To Luka Doncic. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Gets a shot up off the mark. to Leonard. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
LA Clippers with the basketball.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Me and you. Me and you.
Beverly to Ibaka. Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Here's Barea. Down a bundle to Porzingis. Doncic to Redick. Here comes the screen. The shot clock expires. And a putback slam.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
Here's Barea. He'll run the offense. Knocks it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
George to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Shot from the lane won't go. It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly to Paul George. From long range. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Cauley Stein. Won't go. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Paul George to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Redick. Here comes the screen. And look out.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Marcus Morris. Working it outside to Leonard for 3. He's going to keep shooting them, but he misses yet again. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a 3-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
To Marcus Morris. Beverly. Paul George fires, gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there, lets it fly.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Doncic. Here comes the screen. From the painted area, won't go down. Clippers have the basketball. Over to the right side. PG lets it fly. The jumper's off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Doncic to Porzingis. Cauley Stein to Redick. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. 4-3. Luka Doncic, marked man. Shot altered and no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Leonard to Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. George trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Willie Cauley-Stein able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Beverly to Nick Batum. Beverly to Batum. Nikola Batum. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down. To Richardson. Here comes the screen. Richardson up against Patterson. Redick. Dallas with 4 to shoot. Trey Burke. No good. To Beverly. It was right there. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Porzingis. Here comes the screen. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly to Ibaka. Kristaps Porzingis sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Nothing going here on that drive. Kennard to Beverly. Kristaps Porzingis tips it. Oh, he had it.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. Has a chance. Burke shot off the mark. Beverly into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Rebound for Porzingis. Screen coming. To Richardson. has a look. And the Clippers able to clear the board. Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Trying to cash in. It's good.
Get it, shoot it again.
17-footer at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. And a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. Dallas with the basketballs. We begin the 4th quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A-plus game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Lee. Gets a look. Can't hit. To George. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
Joakim Noah at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 69% at the line. First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. Brunson to Richardson. To Brunson. Oh, he had him there for a second. No good. Defense catching a break there. To Paul George. The drive right to the basket. Short jumper won't go down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And hits the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To George. Here comes the screen. It's George for 2. The screen sets him up for 2.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Can the offense just run some clock here? I've seen enough.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. LA Clippers with the basketball. George to Nick Batum. surveys the floor. Has a chance, and the rebound belongs to the Mavericks. Brunson. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Stein at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Career mark of 64%. And he missed the free throw. Beverly to Paul George. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Brunson. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. Trey Burke. And the Clippers have the rebound. Paul George to Leonard. George. Deep right corner. Beverly. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Marcus Morris snatching it out of the air.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Now a whistle. Dallas will use the timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Time to shuffle things up. Brunson to Porzingis. Richardson to Brunson. Down to 5 on the 24. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Brunson. Screen coming. Beyond the arc for 3. Brunson forced that one. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Scores from the post. Mavericks with the possession. Brunson takes stock of the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. Berg shot off the mark. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Won't go down to George. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
To Brunson. Clippers have it. Leonard. Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24. Won't go. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Kristaps Porzingis with a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
That's a momentum play right there. And he slams it down. Big finish for Kristaps Porzingis.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
It's LA Clippers ball. To Beverly. Paul George, 4-2, and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Substitution being made in this one. To Luka Doncic. Can't connect from inside.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
To Beverly. Patrick Beverly, now 4 for 9.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
Off the assist.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Clippers have the basketball. Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. To Leonard. Off the mark. Burke with it. His guys down big. Short jumper won't fall. To Luka Doncic. To Porzingis. Fires the three. He engulfed him that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Paul George. Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
And he'll go to the foul line.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Dallas owns the basketball. Doncic. Here comes the screen. Can't connect from in close. To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka slams it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Redick. Here comes the screen. To Porzingis. Trying to cash in. KP. Kristaps Porzingis. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
And this is what makes Porzingis so dangerous. He's got that length and those jump shots just like Kevin Durant, but he's way over 7 feet tall, and he's got that feathery touch down low. Still want to see his game get a little bit more expanded with his low post moves.
Sheer strength to slam it down. He ran right through the gauntlet.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
They'll get it down to Leonard. Count the bucket for 2.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
Dallas has it. Cauley Stein to Luka Doncic. Porzingis. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory. They've jumped out in front, 1-0 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers put on a show in a blowout. What really stood out for me is how many times they scored on second-effort plays. It takes heart to keep up that kind of execution, and these guys were relentless. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Mavericks did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game track. Assists.
The Dallas Mavericks definitely suffer from poor communication in this game. And I say that because of how many assists they gave up. The frustration among them was pretty obvious. Paul George was the one making the playmaking possible, dealing out some great passes.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.